Stardate S0906. We've been sent to the Zolder system to negotiate with a hostile civilization that's developed and used a weapon that's been banned by the Federation. The new weapon's a curved missile the Federation finds to be too dangerous.
Approaching Zolder 6, Captain.
All stop.
All stop.
On screen, open a channel.
They're powering up their primary weapons.
Red alert! Red alert! Shields up!
Shields up. They're firing their weapon. Direct hit. Next up. Shields down to 16%.
Fire all phasers and photon torpedoes, Mr. Worf. Light them up!
Coolant leak. We have a coolant leak in engineering.
Direct hit. Deck 13.
We have a port breach in progress.
All hands abandon ship! All hands abandon ship! Avoid the curved weapon at all costs!
Welcome back to the beginning of another Sim Racing Alliance season. It's been a long break, and we're back.
And everybody breaks a move. That's a Punterino.
Serious pressure from Boostra. Trying to switch on the inside. Sweeney goes on the inside for the defense. Oh my goodness, right in between.
He's gonna dive to the inside of both of them. They're gonna go three wide corner.
And we're off and away for SRA. Good evening, ladies and germs, and welcome back to round 6 of SRA's GT3 Team Series Division 2. As usual, I'm Jess Osborne and joined by Selena Boonstra, but I got bad news, folks. I don't think the Zoldarans are interested in negotiating. If the captain's shields weren't strong enough to hold off the curved missile, I don't think any of our drivers are safe tonight. What do you make of the situation, Selena?
Yeah, I honestly think that all the curbs are just going to be at everybody today. Because especially with the McLarens, I think they are the victim. That's going to be quite interesting to see tonight.
We saw many of them fall victim last night. I wonder if Jeff is one of them tonight. Are they holding them hostage? Maybe we'll get them later tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if we can save them or something.
But here's their home turf. Don't be fooled by how simple the geometry is, folks. This track is treacherous. I don't have anything to say about it except these curbs will send you right to the Shadow Realm. I don't have anything clever analysis to say about it. I was holding on to the track by the skin of my teeth sometimes last night, and particularly look at the middle of this track. These pair of chicanes are notorious.
It's definitely a doozy, that's for sure. I mean, all three of those chicanes can really just send you into the Shadow Realm, and consistency is really hard. You have it one moment, and then the next, it's fatal.
And this, the weather here, Zolder, is really treacherous. It's not helping these drivers at all. It is so cold out here, the tires are going to be very hard to dial into perfection. Let's take a look at some of our brave Starfleet drivers who are out braving the storm right now. Kelvin Lau with a 26-point lead over Ian Wheeler, leading Jared Troxclair by 41 points. A pretty close fight right now for the gold and overall driver's lead. A healthy lead between each of the two in front, but not impossible to overcome. I'll be excited to see how the results of the race tonight affect that. Matt Anastasi still having a cracker of a season, way overperforming for silver in his P7 overall, with quite a distance to go for the next. Brandon Chan, P2 in division, and Brian Anderson, P3. Here's our team standings. Champion Motorsports team Mercules with CJ Meeks and Ian Wheeler in the Mercedes, with a 46-point lead over Madhouse Racing's Redwood Dinkas of Kelvin Lau and Brandon Chan. And they have about a 60-point lead over Ghost Rider Racing Soda Pop Speedsters with Landon Dreebs and Matt Anastasi. And I've got him in my ear now. Yep, that's right. Qualifying started. Oh, let's get there. And who's out first but Doug Mitchell? Is anybody surprised? Not I.
He's back. I think he was on hiatus for I guess 2 races. I think he got tucked into maybe a cruise, I think.
That's definitely what it was. That's the only thing that can pull him away from his rig, right?
Oh, yeah. Anything but that.
Ooh, and we're seeing some of the first signs of the curb missile. Doug Mitchell, even in that boat of the M6, getting thrown around. Not uncommon to have 3 tires in the air around here.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. It's quite the fight you can put up with those chicanes. It's very nasty. We shall see what happens tonight with who's going to be the victim and who's going to be the victor.
And let us know in chat who you think the victor's going to be.
And it looks like we've got 36 drivers, so I believe more of a show up tonight than last week. So this one's older. Yeah, this one's older is going to be very intense, let's just say that. Also speaking from experience from anyway our D4 stream with amount of battles going on like on every track, every part of the track possible. So I'm wondering if it'll be the same thing here, which probably will be, especially after when everybody else pits. We shall see.
Yeah, I'm expecting an even tighter pack all the way through the race tonight, and that's definitely going to lead us to some excellent side-by-side racing.
Oh, yeah. It's very tough to go side-by-side, too, with the amount of little track you've got pretty much the whole way through. Yeah. The further you go, the narrower it gets, and then when you hit those chicanes, it gets even more wild.
Banker lap starting to come through. Seeing a range from the high 30s to the mid 29s. Lots of room for improvement here. I'm sure we'll see high 28s, mid 28s, low. Even in this cold, they can go that fast for sure. Even the silvers. And yes, those times are plummeting. I'm seeing half a second down on Matt Anastasi right now, and he handily takes provisional pole right now. Still in the high 28 territory. They can go lower. Bill Moffitt coming around not far behind, a quarter second behind Brian Anderson, but they both just get knocked down a peg by Matt Anastasi. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, Higgs took P2 off Brian.
Looks like Russell Allen is currently 3/10. Oh, just taking that first chicane. A little bit of a bumpage right there, but that's that's the beauty of chicanes for you. Back up, kind of 3/10. Yep.
Finding more.
Holding it steady. Yep.
Up to C4.
Yep. Just gain a little bit. He's right there. As much as he can. Heading into the final chicane.
Doug Mitchell going through it right now. He's up 7/10. And he's going to lose a little bit of that on the last corner, but he's still about to cross the line with about 6/10 up. Up to P6. And Russell Allen right behind him. Also improving by 6/10 up to P9. Ollie Hartman coming up to Sector 3 right now, already with half a second in his back pocket. Put him up in the top 10 for now.
Mindhunter says there will be some 27s.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yep. Oh yeah, 100%. Track is fast, but the track is cold, so
Yes.
that's a plus for better speeds for the tires.
Here comes Fire Queso, approaching the final chicane with 6/10 in his pocket. Nice and
It's quite
smooth through there,
steady
and
there.
it pays dividends. He gets another 10th out of that chicane. And that puts him in the running now. Oh, Joel Moffitt just put it up top 200ths behind Anastasi with a best sector 1. Deliciously infectious, looking good tonight. Look at this, Sean Williams got 6, he had 7/10, it's falling now, but he was looking down the barrel of provisional pole for a moment. So with a little bit of a shaky sector 3, he's still got P5.
Oh, the 128.8. So the times are definitely coming down, that's for sure.
David Mastillo, he's got enough right now for provisional pole. He had 3/10 before he got around that car that, who's that? That's not on a valid lap. Matthew Higgs. Higgs is going to be sad because he's going to be seeing Mastillo go sail past him on the board because of this. Should have held him up. Tisk, tisk. I mean, I didn't say that. Well, Doug Mitchell's Delta all... Oh, never mind. It's just because he started a new lap. His Delta was all over the place.
I've seen that happen before, and it's okay.
I thought he was going to crash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Mastillo improves just enough for provisional pole. Excellent lap from him. We're still in the mid-28s,
Nice.
though. There's still a lot of room for these times to come down, and I'm sure they will. These drivers have one more lap to go. The silver division drivers do before gold takes the field. It's put up or shut up time now. And Brandon Chan is putting up. Sector 1, he's got half a second up. That's going to be enough for about P10. Just bringing that home.
He's holding it quite steady, too. These chicanes.
Bill Moffitt
And
about to
everything
finish
else.
Sector 3, and he's got a quarter second up, and he only needs 600ths to take pole off Mastillo and Anastasi. Mastillo yellow fact, he's done. He's back to pits. Here comes Joel, last chicane. And he's lost time since I last looked. He doesn't need much, but he's lost almost all of it. Oh, no. Now he'll be lucky if he even gets P2, will he? He does not. Oh, he's got to be kicking himself. He tied Matt Anastasi. And depending on how many people are faster than him, that'll end up with him being one row back. He's got to be kicking himself. Oh, he would have had 2 spots. So close.
Oh, so close yet so far.
But that'll do it for our silver drivers. And Kelvin Lau, our division king, is not at the front of the pack. We beat him out the gate. CJ Meeks and Ian Wheeler. Okay, he's in good company then. Okay. These are the faces we would expect to see tryharding being out front.
Yep.
Why don't we ride on board with Kelvin Lau? Can I do? Will this car let me? We'll do John Carbo because the Mercedes want to give me bumper cam for some reason.
On to the Merc. We're getting lined up. Get those gaps extended so no one is like interrupting anyone's laps.
Don taking that chicane a little bit more braver than I did. Most laps through, I barely even touched the chicane. I tried to do as little bouncing as possible. I certainly didn't touch the second, the right-hand bumper. I drove around it. I was turning through it.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to be careful through, like, the first chicane because I didn't want to take that twice, or else I just have way too much bumpage going around, too much energy into that.
Look at this. John Carbo's already found traffic. On his banker lap, he's going to get this one in cleanly, but his next one's certainly going to be compromised.
Right into P9, but now it's looking a little bit dicey. He is gaining quite a lot of time.
CJ Meeks, and he slams on the brakes to let him through, understanding the situation. Sacrificing his own lap.
Good sport. We love to see it.
Eric Marecki wasting no time at all. His banker lap already pushing now into the low 128s. And good enough for provisional pole by 700ths. It was an eeny weeny teeny weeny little red and black Lamborghini.
Just eeny weeny teeny. Oh, Kelvin Lau up by 7/10. Going into the final chicane. Gaining lots of time, actually, by just over a second. Oh, he lost a little bit of time, but he's still up by a good length. Up by 9/10, right into P3.
He's got to be feeling good about that. He's only 800ths off of pole, and he knows he can get that out of that last chicane. Takes it a little bit smoother. Also up by about a second, Andrew Wilson. And he puts it up to provisional P3 right now. He did so with a best sector 2.
Oh, and he just invalidated. Oh,
this one will be a wash. Landon Dreebs just puts himself up to P20. And Ian Wheeler is about to get into this fight. He had 9/10ths up, and he only needs about a second for pole. One of the top drivers in the individual standings, so it's no surprise to see he's going to be competitive around here too. Fortunately, he did lose a 10th or so into that complex right there. So not quite P1, but I'm sure he's not mad about P2 right now.
Still a solid qualifying nonetheless, if he can still keep it. And as I say that, he's dropped into P3. The P4 now.
Oh, Eric Marecki taking P3.
And John Carbo into P2. He had a stellar lap with a 128.2.
Our Saman having a bit of a rough qualifying so far. His banker's low 30, and on this lap he was up quite a bit on his delta, but he was invalid, so it was all for naught. And he's got this lap and the next to try again. Already finding a 10th though in turn 1, so hopefully this bodes well for him. Oh, Ivan McCroat has snuck himself on a provisional pole and yellow flagged himself, pointing the wrong way in the middle of quali. Somebody must have told him he can't park there. He's already gotten moved along. That's good. That's good.
Gotta keep it flowing.
Got room behind him to make some space and get one more lap in. Comes CJ Meeks up to P6 with a healthy improvement. And Jared Troxclair, he's been missing from this discussion with about a half a second improvement, putting him in the top 10. He's P7. Wilson's going to push him a little bit further down, though. He just jumped up to P3. Guy Manperson's got about a second.
Yeah, he's just climbing up. 9, 10. Oh, yep, right into just over a second. Holding it steady through that final chicane.
Be good on the exit. He's in the
P8.
top 10.
Nicely done.
Going to be thanking himself for that after these first 2 laps. It is so hard to pass around here. You got to get your work done during quali.
Oh yeah, it's all in the quali. All about track position.
Speaking of, it looks like Kelvin Lau is about to take it off of McCroat. Oh, he's fast into the last chicane. Is he fast out? Fast enough. And with some room to spare, provisional pole. But he's under threat. He doesn't know it, but he's under threat from Eric Marecki, who, Eric had the time. He had it, but he was slow on the exit of that last chicane. He nearly had it. Eric Marecki up to P3, though.
Still top 3, that's good. Oh, you truly hate to see it when you're on such a banker lap and then whoop!
Yep.
One little mistake can cost so much, especially at Zolder. Those special corners. Especially that right-hander too.
Oh,
that second chicane.
We gotta look at this. Narasimhan is back. His last lap was a healthy improvement that put him up to P20, and now he's improved again by half a second. That is going to put him in the top 10, P9.
Ooh.
From bottom to pretty close to the top. He is in this race now. And with the timer ticking down, everybody on their current lap will get to finish it. And this is it. Down to the wire now. What's it going to be? Only one making any huge gains is Jason Allen, who was 4/10 up, but time slipping through his fingers like a fistful of sand. He's down to 2/10 now as I speak, about to be down to 1/8 of a second. Can he find time in the last 3 corners? It looks like he can. Finding some time in the brakes. No, he's losing it. He sacrificed it. Speed in for...
Oh.
And he'll be lucky to cross the line with no improvement. Move to Krochik. Up half a second. Will the final chicane take that from him? It looks like it will. Is it going to take a second, a tenth?
It was better.
No, it gave and it took. Comes through with half a second improvement. And last but not least, improving Jared Seckham across the line with a quarter-second improvement. We'll get to start P21 on the grid. Here comes Eric Boardman through the final chicane with, he had about 1/8 of a second to his name, and he's going to walk away with a little bit less than that. But a welcome improvement that's going to give him about 3 spots, and he's up to P6. And that's going to do it for our qualifying.
Ooh, I feel like a very competitive qualifying.
No
Times
kidding.
are,
Our
quite
top 27 drivers are within a second of each other. This is going to be a very competitive race.
Oh, it will be. I can see a lot of battles happening, especially after everybody's pit. That's going to be very crazy to see.
Give me just a moment, folks. We will get in our grid walk and get a nice up-close look at these drivers before we see them at speeds. Might be hard to take in. Why don't you go ahead and read through our grid, our starting grids?
All right, well, we've got Kelvin Lau, we've got Ivan McCrow, Eric Marecki, Wilson, Troxclair, Eric Boardman, and that lovely looking Porsche. Definitely no bias there. John Carbo in the nice looking Fox livery of some sort. Alex Krochik in the Donald Maka. Archie in the 711 Audi, and Ian Wheeler in the Mercedes. CJ Meeks, Mercedes. Lakshmi in the 296. Kai Manperson in the also 711 Audi. And Jason Allen, I believe, yes, Jason Allen in the mellow yellow McLaren.
Enjoy.
Mastilo in the yellow Lamborghini, which I don't know if I can say that on stream, but Nixon in the Sprunk Lamborghini. Matt Anastasi in the Sprite, beautiful looking Porsche. Again, no bias there at all. 296.
Refreshing.
Indeed. 296 in Mofat. Higgs, Lamborghini. Oh, there's so much. Kish, Secom, Williams, Anderson, Shark, Comic Racing, let's go. Jeffries, the coach. Drabies, Anderson, Chan, Smith, Damiani, Douglas Mitchell, Russell Allen, and I am off and away because everyone started. Well, it was close.
We got time.
All right, let's see if I can.
Or maybe we don't have time. They're going. They're going.
Don't
run over me.
Shark, Travis. Oh wait, I already said that. Chan, Damiani. Let's see. Mitchell. Yep. Polly Hartman, Fire Queso, Colin Dunham. There's so many of you guys. And I believe that is it. I think I did miss one, but pretty good.
We got a lot of drivers still at the grid. This division is not made out of quitters.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Oh, that one Lamborghini. Oh, Topol. All right, that is the grid. Got them all.
By the looks of it, it doesn't look like we have any pit lane starts. Do we have any penalties of note? Is supposed to be time penalties applied already?
I did see one silver driver in the pits, though I don't remember who it was, but it was a silver driver. I think they got a quali ban. Pretty sure.
Was that maybe Colin Dunham at the rear?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They just start coming and they don't stop coming.
Exactly. 36. Pretty strong grid tonight. Just like to see it. And Koadromo says cleaner start than D1. I can feel it. We hope so. We hope so. Knowing Zolder, I mean, hoping. Fingers crossed. Let's go D1. You got this.
All right, folks. I hope y'all are ready for an action-packed race. So we've only got one screen, so I will do my best to make sure we capture the most action possible. Our leaders are lining up on the main straight. People in the rear get rounding that last corner. Everybody's holding their breath. Any second now, we will be.
All right, go.
Green light, go, go, go.
We're off away for SRA, and it looks like a very tame start. Everybody mostly holds their position. We've seen them need last-second lunges into turn 1. Nothing crazy. We do get a 3-wide exit though around Brian Anderson. He's got to sweat through that, but otherwise everybody makes it. Not a single yellow flag in sight.
There you go. Koa just putting good wishes on everybody.
Ivan McCroke taking P2 off of Eric Marecki. They're swapping places.
Yeah. Marecki went quite wide into T2, and that just gave the opportunity for Ivan McCroke to just swing on by. Take that as you please, sir.
Ooh, a little bit clumsy to I think that was called. A bit clumsy to that chicane right there. Fortunately, not causing a huge incident. Oh, but there's one right in front of him. Who was that?
Oh!
Was that Landon Dreves?
Thanks. Oh, mate.
Oh, Landon going to send it, missing his braking spot, ending up having to send it up the inside. That caught that McLaren off guard and caused him to be 3 wide of the apex. Fortunately, these drivers, professionals that they are, managed to keep it rolling.
Williams and Shark going side by side into the final chicane. Williams taking a little bit of the grass, and now
Ooh, look at this. I'm sorry I got to cut you off, but Matthew Higgs and his teammate Nick Sand really bumping into each other at the main straight. Matthew Higgs holding his teammate up, and that's going to cost him because now Matt Anastasi is up into P17. Oh, but Nick Sand strikes back. He's got the inside. Is Matt Anastasi going to try and get under him? He cannot. He wanted to. Behind. There's battles. People are trading spots all up and down the grid right now. I can hardly capture all of it.
It must be a Zolder thing, because we had the looking back at the D4 stream, it was the same thing. Like, it was just constant action. And speaking of action, Brendan Chan just you just beautifully got that move done. Williams looks like he's kind of thrown off guard because he just lost position to Topal. Following by the coach, just right behiund him.
Landon Dreves and Josh Damiani getting really scrappy to the start of Sector 3. Josh Damiani shown the wide way around the track pretty unceremoniously and ditched 3 positions. Left exposed, he's got, who's that? Is that Topal on the inside of him?
Yep. He's now
in the position, but Sean Williams needs to put the pressure on Topal to save Josh from struggling any further. Oh, and it seems, we're seeing the complications of this track, this pit entry. The ideal braking spot for it is after the braking spot for the corner. So if anybody in front of you is taking the corner like normal, you got to wait for them. And we nearly saw an accident because of that.
Yeah, that pit lane is quite interesting. And speaking of pit lane, a lot of drivers decide to opt to pit, so that's going to be interesting seeing
Eric
that start.
Sorry, Eric Boardman is in shambles right now in this lap. He just lost his spot to Jared Troxclair, and that led him under threat of Krochik, who just snagged it through him on the inside of that chicane. Eric Boardman having a rough go of it right now. He's still under threat. He's in the middle. He went from leading the pack to getting eaten by it. In a big reshuffle, we got some cars who have elected to pit already with cars that have not too far ahead of them. Or no, excuse me, this is just a dense pack of drivers who pit. So if they were hoping to dodge traffic, I think they just found each other. John Archie into the pits. Curious, we're seeing so many early pit entries. I wonder if it's because drivers got their temps wrong.
I can see that happening because it's 10 Celsius, but the track is optimum, so I wonder if they had a little error in their pit strategy with the tires.
The amount of suffering's got to be dire for the tire change to be worth it, but maybe we'll see. This is Topol, who we just saw. Is he the first one get claimed by that chicane? They're notorious. I tried to warn us. Captain Picard Ian Drum. He tried to warn us. The curb missiles not to be underestimated.
Do not ever underestimate the curb missiles. They are deadly.
We've been asked where the Chili's car is. Here at the back. They're at the back of the house.
Ooh. Oh, speaking of, Polly Hartman just, I guess, took a little trip down into grass lane and went right into the wall.
See what happened. He was right behind his teammate, Fire Queso. It looks like he knew he was about to kill Fire and elected to kill himself. I'm not sure if we're allowed to broadcast suicide on YouTube, but I think we just did. Oh, and Russell Allen is also into the wall. Next to that curb. What happened here?
Oh, the lives are being taken already.
Well, that's a lot of curb. Ooh. That throttle when that rear end came back down. It was just rotation.
Yep. Sarah Owns a Lot says, Goofy F, ACC physics strike again. Yeah. Not wrong about that. Curbs. Bump. Missiles. Love it. Zolder things. Oh!
What's this?
Eric Marecki just slowed down for a second, and that could...
You just lost like 5 spots. Oh, and I wasn't soon enough, but I think it's pretty clear he missed his braking spot into that chicane.
Yeah, by the looks of it, because he just lost quite a bit of positions after that. Like, he was kind of slow for a bit. Oh, and goes right into the pits along with Ivan McCrow. So we got more volunteers into the pits this early on to the race.
Unsurprising for him, at least. He had some damage, so definitely want to get that patched up.
Yeah. Oh, Ian Wheeler right at the back end of John Carbo.
Oh, yes, he is. He reeled him in quick by half a second last lap.
Yeah, he's shaking him.
McLaren and Mercedes taking very different lines through that chicane.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the inside, that would be an unwise move. He elects not to. Oh, we got yellow flag Josh Damiani. Pointed the wrong way in the sand. What happened?
Oh, no. And more lives being taken.
These damn curb missiles. They're
I know, right?
particularly effective against the McLaren shields.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is battered and bruised. Look at that. That's got to be like 40 seconds of damage.
Oh, that's painful. You hate to see it.
But with all the pitting and crashing, the field has mostly thinned out. We do have one proper battle for position this pack right here for P25. They end up going screwy through that chicane, cause them to go 3 wide coming into the next one.
Oh.
They are all over each
Side by
other.
side.
They don't even know who's on the inside. Where's on the outside?
Now this is a pack. Steady.
Oh, Higgs trying to send it on the inside, nearly passing him off track. And that shows him the outside of that McLaren shutting the door. He's getting it back. Looks like a formation grid.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it really does the way it was.
No.
Oh no!
I was about to say good thing they did because it gives them space, but Landon Dreves ends up getting pit maneuvered nonetheless.
Oh.
And he's going to lose 4 spots in about 6 seconds for that maneuver. Oh, but the fight's still on. Is that Michael Jeffries getting the better of Matthew Higgs, who's going to lose 3 spots because he had a failed attempt on, was that Doug Mitchell on turn 1. The Menace is back.
He is back. Big Chungus versus, I guess Old Chungus?
Old Chungus.
Looks like the coach just, lost a little bit of time.
Doug
going
Mitchell
through that
says,
chicken.
we don't serve Baja Blast here.
Yeah, exactly. We serve Chili's. Welcome to Chili's.
Oh, Ivan McCroach spun around again.
Oh no!
Oh, excuse me, I didn't say again. He's only in the back because he pit earlier. One of our race leaders. Coming through the chicane of death! Of death! Almost took off there. At least he's... Oh no, he doesn't have clear air to turn around. And he's going to rejoin pretty far down the order. Somebody said, and Kelvin Lau disappearing. Yes, indeed. He's pulled out 3.5 seconds on Andrew Wilson.
Woo! Some solid pace by Calvin Lau, and he's also been doing very steady in the standings as well. So our race leader is doing fantastic. Very stellar racing from him.
Wilson, Lau, and Troxclair all have very comparable, and even Krochik, yeah, all have very comparable best laps, but Kelvin Lau's putting it in consistently.
It's all it takes, consistency.
Kelvin Lau is D2's version of Nordstrom. I'm sure you mean that as a compliment, but I don't know, I guess it is a compliment.
Yeah, I can see that as a compliment. D2, D1 being quicker, yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about comparing people to people. Let's just call him the king.
Yeah.
He's the king of D2.
Facts. And speaking of king, the king of defense is back in action, holding up the coach, Fire Queso, Matt Higgs. And that Chili's M6. Now, once you're stuck behind that M6.
Deep in that line.
Oh, yeah.
And he might have Fire Queso looking up his inside. In fact, he does.
Yeah, he does. Takes it, saying, thank you. I've been waiting for anyone to make a mistake.
Already Higgs is getting in the equation too.
Yeah,
you don't want to do it, don't send it up the inside there, Higgs.
Oh.
That will not work.
That is not a good idea to do that. I could end both your races in seconds. Ooh, sends it quite hard to that first part of the chicane. Higgs lost a little bit of time there.
Oh, Defender Shark getting all up in Brandon Chan's business.
Oh.
Letting himself be known in the mirrors. I think Chan knows now.
Oh, yeah. He's now a Fender Shark. On the attack. Like a shark. Defender Shark.
Oh, we got another yellow flag. Josh Damiani. Stuck on the side of the road. In the middle of his lap. Oh, and that was already 15 seconds ago. He's been stuck. He's thrown in the towel, and he's in the pits now. I must have teleported there.
Yeah, because I saw a yellow dot on the little map, and it just all of a sudden disappeared.
And he is gone. He's disconnected. That is the end of the race for him. Sorry, Josh.
Oh.
I've got a request, though. Nick San on David Mastillo. You have got it, sir. Trav saying Nick needs to make the move ASAP, clearly being held up. His best lap is 2/10 faster than Mastillo. And Mastillo's last lap was a 10th faster than Nick Sands. So maybe, maybe not. Certainly got a fight on our hands.
Nick Sand trying to get a little bit closer to Mastillo.
Whoa, somebody asked what happened to Wilson? Good question. Where is Wilson? Oh, he's in the pits. He's been
Oh,
in
and
the
that he
pits.
is.
He must have had a race-ending crash that we didn't see or something.
Yeah, because I don't know how long he's been in there, but I think he's been there for a little bit anyway.
He's 30 seconds behind Ivan McCrow. So that's not right.
Yeah.
I believe he's out of the race.
Unfortunate.
Oh, what's this? Wheeler and Carbo coming into the chicane before they even hit it. I think the braking zone, they end up coming together. Let's see how this happened. Oh, it was after. And we got a bit of a moving roadblock out of Carbo. He's fortunate to keep it out of the wall and only lose a couple spots out of that.
Oof.
And it's just made a bit more exciting race for us. Now he's leading a three-man fight for P7.
Just about a minute ago, JB's trading spots with Russell Allen since he took the dirt in that final chicane, which gave the opportunity for JB's to take P30. Very lovely turnout right there. It looks like CJ Meeks just opted to pit, and now he's just coming out of the pit lane. Getting there, anyway.
I'm really surprised by this. We're still so early into the race, and so many people are pit.
Yeah. I find it interesting, because I think in our race, it was like at least half hour to 20 minutes or something.
Most people waited. I would pit early because it absolutely 100% made sense to do so.
Yeah.
But that's not the case for everybody all the time.
Very interesting to see that strategy play out for like many of the drivers.
Nick Sand clearly getting a little racy and impatient, showing himself in the mirrors from way far back. He is stewing, calculating, formulating a plan, scheming on how he's going to get P19 off Mastillo. It's been a brick wall so far. Oh, Matt Anastasi trying to get the inside of Guy Manperson on turn 1. That is a supremely difficult move to do. And he's going to pay for that by being stuck on the outside of turn 2. Here comes Jason Allen.
Going out on the inside, and little bit of a tap right there. Sends it on the inside, but gets it done cleanly after that little argy-bargy moment to the fender of that Porsche.
And that unsettled him a bit, slowed him around the outside, and made him lose his spot. And right behind, trying to capitalize it, Brian Anderson gets around Joel Moffitt the turn after. This group cannot decide who's in charge.
Oh, looks like car number 981 has a drive-through for track limits, so that's drive-through number 1, I think, for tonight.
One of many, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I think in our race, I saw quite a bit of drive-throughs. Maybe 3, if I can remember, or 4.
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
So
I wasn't really either.
Colin Dunham not focusing on his own exit. And just lost a spot to Defender Shark coming in Sector 3. Ivan McCroat yellow flagged? What happened here? Not turn 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a lot of curb. Only Porsches can do that, sir. Sometimes BMWs.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Brad explaining that the drivers are worried about the undercut, but that it barely came into play yesterday for the D1 race. And that after 40 minutes, Michael Mowing only gained a single spot, maybe 4 tenths.
Oh, I think by the looks of it, Matt Anastasi was trying to go for that move, but wasn't quite there yet. Yep. Oh yeah, he's just waiting, trying to be as patient as possible. But as time ticks down, drivers will be certainly very antsy to get by.
Defender Shark into the pits to serve his stop-go.
Oh, the Shark.
Or was that a drive-through? I've forgotten already.
981. Yeah, that was unfortunately Defender Shark with a drive-through. Car number 981. Very heartbreaking. Oh! Brian Anderson getting a better exit, going side by side with Jason Allen.
He's trying to hang it around the outside in the chicane, but it does not work.
Right.
Oh, and his awkward line unsettles him and flings him off into the grass.
Takes up the signboard and loses a few positions right there after that. Wow.
Dust yourself up. Keep going.
Yep.
This is still a 5-way fight for P6. This is all for position. This big train you see on the track map. Oh, you see that? Was that Matt Anastasi flying into the pits?
Oh yeah.
That's what I looked like on stream. When I said P3. No.
No. Yeah. It throws you off. It's just like, oh, okay, that one is just flying into the pits. I think I did the same thing too, just like eat myself in there.
Ben and Dreves getting real racy with Matt Higgs. I hope he enjoys the taste of sprunk. because that's all he's going to get for a while.
Yeah.
Jason Allen into the pits. We have Jared Troxclair holding off Alex Krochik.
Oh, just a little love tap from Drabies, and taps a little bit. He doesn't make any moves to overtake Higgs after that little tap. So that was good chip by Drabies.
At least he kept his speed, kept plowing through the corner.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Luckily, nothing was, no harm, no foul right there.
Arsman looking a little rough in that last chicane. Finding himself in the sand. Nick Stantz finding himself falling off the back of David Mastillo, and CJ Meeks is reeling them both in.
Oh, wait a second. Is that the right car?
Higgs got a little squirrely through that turn two, but he's all right. Doug Mitchell still being a menace, an absolute brick wall for Michael Jeffries and Fire Queso. Fire Queso is about to get alongside of Jeffries.
Man, he's just not letting anyone pass in that M6.
Ryan Manperson and Matt Anastasi both clearly pushing each other.
Yeah.
Their last laps were both invalidated, both equally pretty slow. And that is just welcoming Joel Moffitt and Brandon Chan into the fight eventually.
Oh yeah. The way things are going, definitely gonna catch up to that. And as we say that, Joel Moffitt is just only 7/10 away, and it's definitely decreasing as Matt Anastasia was a little bit into the grass for a second. And there is the 4-car battle. Pretty soon, 5, with Brian Anderson only 1.2 seconds away from that whole squabble going on up there.
When
Oh,
one of
and
them taps
actually-
out. That's Matt Anastasi, I think.
Yep, he opted to pit, saying, I'm just not going to even bother. I'm just going to get my pit done and be done with that. Which now leaves these 3, Brendan Chan, Joel Moffitt, and Brian Anderson into the mix. Oh, Joel going a little bit wide. Gives the room for Brian Anderson to take the inside line. Gets it done. Very cleanly by Brian Anderson.
Nice capitalization there.
Yeah, took that opportunity in.
I love the way the engine over revs when you bounce through that. It's so exciting.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of a down there.
Joel Moffitt taking a bit of a creative interpretation of the racing line. I think he just invalidated his lap there. Might have been a warning.
Yeah.
Michael Jeffries trying to strike back at Doug Mitchell again. Just a tenth between the two now.
The coach strikes back.
Oh, and he just gets a bit of oversteer on the exit there, and that's going to let Fire Queso up his outside. Is he going to try and hang it through the chicane? Are we going to have another victim? Is he going to pit maneuver himself? No, he brakes hard and backs out of it.
Oh, but Fire just loses the car right into the wall. Oh.
Those of you who are familiar with the art of war might be familiar with when your enemy is in the middle of making a mistake. Do not correct them. And that's just what Jeffries did. Backed out and let him deal himself.
Yep. Gotta let somebody be the passenger. Just waiting. It's one thing about Zolder that if you don't get your track position in qualifying, you just gotta hope and pray that something bad happens to somebody in front and behind you.
Yep.
That's the art of Zolder.
Brandon Chan exiting the pits now.
Yeah, just ahead of Matt Anastasi and Bailey Kish by 9/10.
Big Sam has caught back up to David Mastillo. This fight might be back on. Slipstream is just ahead of him. Oh, he loses a lot of time though through this chicane complex. I know he loses it in, but he's much faster out. No wonder he hasn't been able to get around David Mastillo. They take such drastic differently lines. Queso, yellow flag, looking battered and bruised, and it pulls over just to let some cars through. He's going to keep rolling along. Nick Sand's got to get this move done soon, or CJ Meeks is going to do it on him.
Yeah, because he's behind by 4/10, and it's increasing or decreasing. Just only 300ths down from Nick's previous lap time. So he's definitely gaining on Nick Sand joining into the fight.
Kelvin Lau having a pretty boring race so far. He's further extending his lead. He's got 6 seconds on Jared Troxler right now, who is slowly losing ground to Krochik, currently in P3. At this rate, I think it's going to be like maybe 5 laps or so. These two are going to be fighting.
And it's going to be a chill race for Kelvin.
Michael Jeffries once again getting just within a few tenths of Doug Mitchell's rear bumper, but still not able to get around him.
It's always those straights that I'm sick.
We got nearly going 2x2 through the middle chicane. Fire Queso and Ivan McCroach side by side through the whole thing. And they're about to be side by side for the next chicane too.
Oh yeah.
Very awkward for both of them. Fire Queso nearly becoming a roadblock for Topol.
Grass, he ends up stopping.
You gonna call it quits? I think he's about to teleport to pits.
Yeah,
he quits out.
Oh.
Hate to see it.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh, and now the coach is sideways into the grass, and he very closely collects it back on the track. What happened here? At turn 1.
Oh, so much happening at once. I think, Bailey Kish.
The exit.
Oh. Something happened between Bailey and Matt where they traded positions, but
let's see it. Here's Bailey. 30 seconds ago. Oh, yeah. Matt got squirrely trying to make a move on, was that turn 4? And wasn't able to make it happen. Got snuck up on.
That's what happened. A little bit of a shakeup, and that is a position.
That's right, sick drift, huge save.
B2 doing sick drifts. Can confirm.
What was that sprunk Porsche going real deep there? What? And Anastasi on the orthodox line.
Which gives the opportunity for Colin Dunham to be right behind him. Just breathing down the back of his neck.
Oh, Eric Marecki, a 10th off the back of Pauly Hartman. And Pauly's left the inside open. Eric Marecki's about to be through for this triple right-hander. Job is done.
And I think Seckham and Williams just traded positions as well. I also missed that. And I thought Doug spun out for a second. It was
replay
just
here.
flashing. So much action at once.
Williams following Seckham 15 seconds ago. Oh, it must have already happened. I missed it.
Yeah, it was probably a little bit further than that. Oh well. I saw something change in the leaderboards.
Krochik, I told y'all, maybe it wasn't 5 laps, it was 4, but Krochik has found himself glued to the back of Troxler now. Troxler with not a great exit. This might be enough for Krochik to sneak on by, and he's going to try.
He's going to try the inside line. Which Jared goes, ooh!
He didn't make a lot of room for himself, so he didn't make himself known. And that definitely caught Jared Troxler by surprise.
Yeah, now Ian Wheeler is taking the inside line to perform that overtake. A little bit spicy there. Very spicy for Jared.
Within one sector, he finds himself 2 spots down. He's off the podium.
That's gotta sting. He's probably not happy about that. But I believe, yeah, Eric Marecki being a blue flag. So nothing too much to worry about.
If you're new here and you like the racing that you see and you want to be a part of this, go ahead and check out our Discord. We got divisions with pace suitable for pretty much any driver.
SRA.gg. Definitely worth it if you're looking for a league. SRA is the place to be if you want to race with anyone who has similar skill base as you. So, fun times.
Well-moderated, competitive GT3 sim racing in North America with an active and fun, friendly community, look no further.
Yep. And it's all broadcasted every week for 8 weeks, unless said otherwise with the 3 breaks we have had, 2, but 1.
More content than ESPN.
Exactly.
Colin Dunham looking up the inside of Matt Anastasi, and it's going to work. I got that reversed. Anastasi up the inside of Dunham. And And Jared Troxler has reeled in Ian Wheeler. And we're about to have a three-way fight for P2. Unless we have some nasty undercut shenanigans by Eric Boardman and John Archie. Speaking of which, I'm sure y'all want to know what the gap is. Eric Boardman is 46 seconds behind the leader, Kelvin Lau. You know how to do the math at home. You might know who's winning right now. And Ian Wheeler is trying to be that winner. He's going up the inside of Krochik after Krochik had a bit of a shaky final chicane. And Ian Wheeler's through. But Krochik trying to send it up the vortex of danger in turn 1 did not work for him. He's going to suffer on that exit as a result. Now he's on Jared Troxler's plate.
Just behind by 3/10. McLaren on McLaren. Same strengths, same weaknesses, but different drivers. A different skill.
Russell Allen, yellow flag. Falling down the order. What happened?
Oh.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh, I know what happened. Usually keeps it pointed one way, but he's got a battered and bruised car, already having served his pit stop to nurse around the track for the next almost 20 minutes. Rough spot to be in.
Yeah, that's for sure. Waximus says Zolder is my favorite track.
Your favorite? I mean, I get enjoying it, but your favorite track?
Yeah.
Gotta be a masochist. Well, you know
All the
what?
power to you.
I shouldn't be so surprised. Some people's favorite track is Mount Panorama. I mean,
Oh,
so yeah.
that's definitely mine. That is definitely mine. And actually, as we're talking about that, I'm a Crow just got a very shaky overtake done on Defender Shark, going a little wobbly, actually quite wobbly through Sector 1.
And Michael Jeffries and Landon Dreves just had a very awkward start of Sector 3. Got Smith into the pits, about to exit, or is he in the front box? Oh, he's exiting. With a stop go 30.
Oh, no.
That's going to put a damper on spirits.
And oh, no, for Coach, making a little wobbly, a little bit wobbly through T1.
Still can't find his way around Dreves.
Yeah. Now he's up by 2/10, but Dreby's still holding on to that P24.
Kelvin Lau, once again adding 3 seconds on top of his already existing delta on Wheeler. He's 9.5 seconds up now. The man cannot be stopped.
Yeah, he's
and
unstoppable.
Stasi under attack though from Baton Kish. Wants to strike back. Can he in this chicane? No, he's going to break sooner. It looks like he won't beat him on the exit either. We are 3/4 of the way through this race. It is go time.
Oh! Speaking of go time, Colin Denham trying to set it up on the inside.
They're still side by side.
And Ozzy, yeah. He's taking the... Oh, he's... Beautifully done. Beautiful overtake by Colin. Oh, but it's not over yet. Matt's trying to take the outside, but it backs out of that one, definitely.
That leaves him under threat. There's more drivers where he came from.
Oh! Williams, thought I was gonna send it a little bit. He, carrying quite a bit of speed through that entry. Second really under the attack of Williams. One little mistake, that's all it takes. One little mistake and that position's gone.
Beckham, yeah, already falling off the back of Anastasi now.
Oh, yep. As I said that, Second just takes the gravel a little bit, and now they're side by side. Oh, it's tapping Argy Bargy, but Williams managing to get it done, sticking into P19 ahead of Second now.
We're getting a lot of oversteer in this sector.
Yeah. Little shaky. Oh! At the curve.
Hicks just got around Doug Mitchell.
Oh.
The wall can be climbed.
Looks like it. By a Lamborghini. Now JB is just behind Doug. Followed by the coach. And P24.
Guy Manperson just a 10th behind, no, Anderson just behind Guy Manperson. About to get really racy here. Manperson's last lap was invalid and slow.
Ooh. Oh! Anastasi trying to take the inside of Dunham! Side by side. Oh!
Dunham gonna get a better exit and the inside of the next corner.
He still sticks it. Affirming his position. Oh, goes a little bit wide, and Anastasi has a better exit out of that one. Still trying to peak, but not quite enough. Although that is quite risky into, I think, turn 3 it is.
Oh, the last second, the Porsche, Matt Anastasi sneaks up the inside and decides against it.
That was close.
The rear view mirrors, Second and Williams having their own little bit of drama. Let's see this up close.
Yeah,
look
side
at
by
the
side
run
for
Second
moment.
got.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, he bailed.
Ah.
I kind of wish he hadn't.
Gotta commit. Gotta commit.
Oh, Brian Anderson getting a mega run on Guy Manperson up into this next chicane. Gonna try and hang it around the outside. Is he gonna do what the previous couldn't? Yes, he can, and he's through with mega speed.
Ooh.
And Guy Manperson still's got to fight for his life with Joel Moffitt.
You know, things looking surely compromised just a little bit with Topo being the blue flagged.
Yes.
Between this battle of Moffitt, Guy Manperson, and Brian Anderson. But things are still looking quite spicy between the three, despite all odds with in between a blue flag.
Our race leader, Kelvin Lau, is in the pits and stopped for how long? Gonna get rolling?
Ooh.
Eric Borden is ever approaching. Comes Eric onto the main straight.
Oh. Think Calvin probably has it. Yeah, he has it.
With plenty of time to spare. 3.5 seconds.
Wow, beautiful pit stop by Kelvin Lau.
Oh, Landon Dreves is turned around and all by himself. What happened here? It's the start of sector 3. Oh, he thinks he's got a run on the inside. He tries to take it, eats a lot of curb. Oh, gets unsettled and taps the... Is that Doug Mitchell on his outside? Yes, it was. And he's left staring at the barrier, left wondering what happened. And we got more chaos. The track is claiming more souls.
Oh, yeah.
McCroton Shark this time.
Oh, no. Oh, that front end of that Porsche is totally demolished. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Dre Bays in the Coca-Cola Porsche.
Fox there into the pits and Moffitt into the grass.
Oh, Moffitt. Yeah, also off. I just caught that. Oh, he's gonna lose a little bit over there and definitely a lot of time because he still has to pit.
Oh,
things are getting shaky. With already like just under 9 minutes left to spare, and here's all the action.
Sorry for the brief loss in focus. My cat, I think, is trying to kill me. She jumped on me and dug her claw like half an inch into my sternum. That hurt.
Oh, ouch.
What did I miss?
Not too much in particular, but the coach is nearly right at the back end of Doug. And now that gap is ever so slightly increasing and decreasing with the two different strengths of those BMWs. Fast on the straights, especially M6.
Oh, Brandon Chan right off the tailpipe of Jason Allen. Allen getting really unsettled through that chicane. And that's going to leave them side by side. He's going to duck out, though, so Chan can take the next chicane.
Oh, I thought he was going to lose it for a second. What a save by Jason. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. I'd rather lose one position there than to, like, completely lose the car on its own.
Go Moffitt into the pits. Second yellow flag. And very slow on track. What happened?
I believe he was in front of Bailey.
He didn't take the apex.
Oh.
Got unceremoniously shoved right back onto the track.
Oh,
Doug
coach
Mitchell
and
the coach
Doug
side by side.
Looks like the coach actually finally overtakes Doug after a grueling near hour of being behind that M6.
Doug
Chili.
The thank you flashers.
I'm sure the coach is now relieved after seeing that Chili's booty for like so long.
I'll see how fast Doug falls off the back of Jeffrey's newer BMW.
Yeah.
Already a second. And climbing. That just goes to show how hard it is to pass around here. You can have the pace, but if the driver in front doesn't make a big enough mistake, it can be real hard to pass.
Oh, yeah. Consistency is really key here. A little mistake is all it takes, and then other than that, you're just stuck behind the bumper of any car. You're stuck behind. Oh, Calvin Lau trying to maneuver in between blue flags. Trying to gain back, well, actually, he's pretty well settled into P1 after Manperson, Anderson, Krochik, and I believe Ian Wheeler, yes.
His gaps
All
to
heavy
leaders
hit.
35 seconds. I don't think he has anything to worry about.
Yeah, I think he's pretty well solid from the get-go right there. Oh, Eric Borman and John Archie doing similar times on that previous lap. Very close. They're keeping steady pace.
You know, I said Kelvin Lau didn't have anything to worry about, but you know, 2.5 seconds isn't an eternity.
Yeah. All things
Blue
considered,
flags
he's got
everywhere. This could be chaos. They're starting to make way.
He's got to get by Topol and then have clear error after that. But he's definitely got podium because Manperson and Anderson are just only like seconds away. Just under 10 seconds. But he's definitely pushing as Topol allows him to get clear error.
Oh, getting a little awkward here.
Oh.
Kelvin Lau deep into that corner. And Topol wants to fight back. I don't understand why he... Well, he's still fighting against Defender, who's not gotten out of the way of Ivan McCroat, who've not gotten away out of the Eric Boardman. All these drivers need to duck out of the way immediately. This is about to turn into absolute chaos. One of them does.
Yeah.
Ivan taps out. But Defender Shark and Topol are still fighting, and Topol sent it up the inside of our race leader, Kelvin Lau. This is an absolute madhouse right now. Kelvin Lau probably can't believe his eyes.
Which gives him a... Oh, and he's
Kelvin Lau distracted is
wide.
deep.
Oh, no.
And everybody's
that's
going
gonna
to follow
cost
through.
him
Eric
quite a bit.
Boardman is about to...
Oh,
This is for position. Eric Boardman and John Archie are through for P3 and P4. Kelvin Lau has just slipped down to P5 because of this madness. And he's sandwiched by Ivan McCroat.
Oh, things are looking from bad to worse. And, oh...
Defender
little
Shark
bit
and
of a-
Kirill still have not
oh.
relinquished the track position. They're still fighting each other. Do they care that the race lead is up for grabs right now?
Yeah, and Eric Boardman, Archie, oh, all of them into the thick of it. Unfortunately for Kelvin Lau, definitely being into the thick of the blue flag fights. All the way at the back of the pack. Which also gives Wheeler and Truxclair now all in this gaggle of cars. Topol getting 1.2 seconds away from Eric Boardman.
Defender Shark
But-
finally tapping
oh.
out, letting them through. Topol
Wow.
making no such concessions. He's still in front of the pack. That's why that blue flag's being waved. So Eric Boardman, Alex Krochik exiting the pits, leaving Eric Boardman through to be our race leader. Still with Topol.
Guys.
And still with chaos happening around P4, Kelvin Lau with Defender Shark behind him and Krochik in front of him for a position. Kelvin Lau he's got to be speechless at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just livid after being into the thick of all of that blue flag chaos.
Jared Trox there through the inside of Ian Wheeler. And he's going to get the job done before the next chicane.
And this is pretty much the final, I believe, final lap of the race.
I think it will be, yes.
So things are looking quite shaky, and Eric Boardman looking to be the race winner.
By only
With
3 tenths,
Archie
John Archie's
Gray.
still right behind him, and he's got Carol Topol in front of him to make sure he's got a dodge before he hits this checkered line, and he will.
The leader has finished the race.
Eric Boardman is our race winner with John Archie right behind for P2 and Alex Krochik for P3 in gold division and overall.
Wow.
And here comes David Mastillo for P11 and P1 for silver division. What an absolutely wild last lap. I would have never, or last 2 laps, I would have never predicted that in a million years. And
Neither
I'm
did
sure
I.
these laps are going to be under the microscope tonight. Oh, man. I think things are going to get heated. Apologies in advance to our stewards who have to comb through everything. That was absolutely insane. But the race isn't over. Doug Mitchell trying to hold off Eric Marecki, who tried to send around his outside in the turn, first corner of the last chicane, and nothing doing. Doug Mitchell getting a little celebratory wiggle for that last defensive move, and cross the line for P21, and boom, into the wall.
Says we're into the wall.
And with our last drivers crossing the line, we are done with this race. And once again, that is Eric Boardman, John Archie, and Alex Krochik, P1, 2, and 3, and David Mastillo, P1 and silver. Let's make a note of them and get them in here. Here we are. Find our friends. Unfortunately, we were never able to find Jeff Spangler. I think the Zoldarans must have,
I think they sucked him.
Whoa! Like his brains out?
Yeah. Sucked his brains out.
Worse. Where are our winners? Jeff Spangler just told me he wasn't going to be able to make it at all. What a shame.
Ah.
I see our race winner. Should we start with him? I
Yeah.
kind of want to talk to Kelvin Lau, actually. Or should
yeah,
we let
I
him
was
collect his
thinking
thoughts?
that.
He's probably not in a mood to be spoken to right now. Let's get Eric
I
in
think
here.
We should wait. Yeah, we should just wait.
Eric Boardman, congratulations on the win. Welcome to the booth, man. You want to tell us about your perspective on how all that just went down? That was a crazy last lap.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I decided to pit early and try the undercut. I usually don't do that, and it worked out very well. I got lucky. It was minimal traffic, and it just worked out. And yeah, the end was a little crazy, but it was a lot of fun.
How are you feeling about next week? And did you put in a lot of practice for this?
Oh boy. Yeah, a little bit. Not as much as I wanted. I didn't really get much race practice down, but I did a little bit with full fuel, and I noticed I had pretty good pace. So I'm glad I put it all together. Archie was up my ass the entire race, and he was keeping my pace in check. So I definitely owe him for that.
Good to hear. How did the car feel?
Actually, pretty good. The tire, somewhere in the middle, the tires were a little much to handle, but kind of, that's how the way Porsche is. It kind of starts to feel better after it's worn down, and you kind of get back to the pace you were having before. And luckily that happened here, and I kept it together. Yeah.
Perfect. Anything you want to share with us or shout out before we let you go?
No, I have no idea. Again, good race, guys, though.
Great race, man. Congrats on the fortuitous luck. Hope more of it comes to you next week. See you then.
Hopefully.
Next on my list, John Archie, right?
Archie, yep. P2. Oh, yeah, there he is.
John, welcome to the booth. Congratulations on P2. How are you feeling about that race?
That was crazy finish. Like, with the lap traffic, and then Calvin and Eric and I just going at it pretty much all race. It was something. I didn't realize we'd be fighting for podium, but Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
We didn't realize either that there was a total left field event there with those guys fighting in front of you.
Yeah,
You definitely got the better of it, though.
yeah, I was trying to be smart, like trying to think ahead what was going to happen up ahead because everyone's taking alternate lines and that. But oh my gosh, I'm sweaty as could be right now. And then the drag race to the finish, I was trying to get in the slip of the blue flagger to help me out. But yeah, that was insane. And I was having a little bit of trouble too with I ran brake ducts 2-2 to try and keep some heat in the tires. And
Right.
following Eric for so long, the front tires were just skyrocketing. I was up 27-1, 27-2.
Yeah,
So I was
I
trying to
noticed that while
avoid
warming
his
up
slip a bit.
yesterday. You turn it down just one click, and it just totally throws off the equilibrium. They heat up so fast.
Yeah, especially with dirty air behind them, so no air to cool them down. So I was like, yeah, it was an insane race, but it was super fun.
Are you feeling confident about next week?
Honestly, I've just kind of been focusing on Bathurst a little bit. Plug, we got the 12-hour on Saturday.
True. I need to get some practice in for that again.
Yes, I was doing that the last couple days. I don't even know what the next track is for next week, actually.
Give me a moment and I will tell you. It is Laguna Seca.
Oh, Laguna. I'm usually pretty comfy at Laguna. I have never driven the Audi there, so we'll see how that goes.
About similar as me. I don't have a lot of experience there, but I do like it. It's fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that track.
It's one of those sort of like this high risk, high reward tracks, right? You really gotta just send it.
Yep, another of those short little tracks.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when the field gets bunched up with blue flags and everything else. So it just throws a little extra spice on the top.
Yep.
Anything you want to share before we let you go?
No, just a shout out to Koa and Dan Cran. They've been helping out with some setups and tips and stuff, so really appreciate their help. Definitely, I don't have time to grind the setup too much, so nor know what I'm doing. So thanks to those guys, and obviously the Bendy Brood crew for always being their GRR team. So
great.
Yeah,
thanks,
and
man.
a shout out to our sweet commentators that put on a good show for us every week.
That's my pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I really like watching the stream back, so I'm assuming this should be a good one.
Oh, it will be.
Oh,
I promise you.
It will be. Especially the end.
Yeah, that was just still like adrenaline shaking here,
Oh yeah, I feel that. Yep.
But no,
Enjoy your cool down. Congratulations, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.
Bumped him in the other commentator's booth. That would have been very funny, but not very cool. And so who's up next? Krochik, right?
Yeah, P3, and Castillo is our P1 solo winner.
Alex Krochik, welcome to the booth, man. P3, how you feeling?
Pretty good. It's my best finish in D2, so feeling pretty great.
Why don't you run us down how you what happened to you that last lap? How you felt about it?
I mean, it worked out pretty well. I thought I was gonna come out. I guess I thought I was gonna come out third, and that's kind of what happened. But yeah, I guess I came out right next to Lau, but I had inside position, so I was able to kind of hold that inside line and hang on to third. And from there, I know he had like a bit of a run on me in that straight coming up to the first chicane, but I was able to take that defensive line and hold him back. I know if we had a couple more laps, I don't think I could have held on, but worked out.
As far as luck is concerned, it certainly went your way. I gotta say, from our perspective, that was one of the most exciting, if maybe for the wrong reasons, laps we've seen this season, I'll say.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You must be sweating like a pig after being subjected to it.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting finish, but I don't know, that reset in the pit kind of just reset the focus and was able to hold it together at the end.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you, man.
Thanks.
Anybody
did
you want to
have,
shout out? Sorry, go ahead.
I guess I want to apologize to Troxclair. I was chasing him for almost the whole race, and the way I passed him was not necessarily the way I wanted to, but it is what it is. But yeah, shout out Champion Motorsports, as always. Great crew.
Awesome. Anything else before we go?
No, thank you guys for what you do.
Thanks, Alex. See you next time.
All right, thanks.
And last but not least, let's get our silver division winner. Who was it again?
Mastillo. Is he in there?
I see him. Mike's muted, so he might not say anything, but let's get him in. Hey, David. Welcome to the booth, man. Congratulations on the silver division win. How you feeling? Don't forget to unmute your mic. Psst. Psst.
Muted.
David.
Psst. David. Hello.
Hello.
No, it won't. There. Hey, David, man.
There you go. Hey.
Sorry about that. I'm having issues operating my mic, apparently.
Loud and clear now.
Yep.
Tell us, man, how you feeling? We did not see a lot of the mid pack towards the end of the race because we had such a crazy end up front. So you're gonna have to tell us, how did the race go for you, man?
It was pretty good. I pitted on lap 2 and, just ran my own race. Nick Sand was within a second of me and a lot closer. I'd say for about 85% of that race. And we came together, I think, on lap 34, 35. And I was scared that might throw away the win, but I think pitting on lap 2 was the right move. And it worked out.
You weren't alone in the early pit. There's a bunch of y'all that did so, which I thought was a little weird.
I knew I was running P1 in silver, and I think it was Matt Higgs dove into the pits at the end of the lap 1, so I figured I'd cover him. Plus, I was in a train, and based on the practice race, I did the same thing, and it worked out. Just because it's a small track, such a short lap, so I wanted some clean air and just run my race.
Did you invest a lot of time and effort into practicing here? Is that why you had this breakout win?
Honestly, I ran my own setup for the first time ever here, both the quali and the race setup. The quali, I knew I wasn't going to do good. I didn't realize until Monday night that quali was taking place in the dark, and that just really threw me off for my braking points. But I always run a ton of laps, just in general. Whether it actually
hell yeah
materializes into any kind of result, I like sim racing, so I just jump on any chance I can.
That explains why you're in D2.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to shout out before you go?
My teammate Ivan, he did a stellar qualifying. I'm not sure what happened in the race, and I have to go back and watch the stream. But
he had a lot of drama.
He did he?
Yeah,
that's
he did,
unfortunate because he had a very solid qualifying. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream. But I do want to shout out to you guys and girls for putting on the stream every week. I always enjoy going back and watching it. And shout out to SRA. I love being a part of this league. It is professionally run. Like you'd think there'd be a fee to be in this thing. It's run that well. But anyways, yeah, just thank you to the commentators and SRA for having me.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'll let you go now. Good luck next week.
Thank you. Have a good night.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
And with that out of the way, you know what that means. I have one more thing to say.
I wonder what that is.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer, Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. And Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And To Go Setups, premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. If you want to be a part of what you just saw tonight, check out our Discord. discord.gg/simracingalliance, or check out our website, simracingalliance.com. You got anything else from Selena?
No, really. That was just the one wild, crazy race, especially on the final couple of laps, which was very great to see. Probably not so much for the drivers trying to get that win and trying to like maneuver around blue flag cars, but from a watching point of view, it was really entertaining to see, as per usual.
Indeed. And you know what? Now that we've spoken to them all, and given Kelvin maybe a bit of time to cool down, do we dare bring him into the booth, or are we worried about the obscenity? I'm going to poll the audience.
Oh, let's do that.
Do we interview Kelvin? Yes. No. No. Are you crazy? Vote now. You got 1 minute to let us know if we're going to bring him in. In the meantime, one final shout out. Be sure to do your qualifying for the endurance if you have not yet. Your team will be wrecked if you do not. Much it. That's the only SRA news.
Yeah, we're coming very close to Bathurst, so that'll be very exciting to do. Very hyped for that.
So far, it's just one yes and one no. Are you crazy?
Well, that certainly evens out everything.
I'm going to take the fact that he went with the no, are you crazy as a more severe vote. So we'll leave Kelvin alone and not her. Not. So we'll call it a night tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the race. Tune in next week. We're going to have more of it. See you then.
See ya.